Here, we will introduce precautions for tunnel propulsion work in high places and in vertical shafts. Vertical shaft work during tunnel construction includes work transporting materials in and outside of the shaft, as well as plant work. Shafts vary in size and work content depending on construction scale and conditions. Safety measures to prevent falls and falling objects are critical. The vertical shaft is used to transport materials and equipment necessary for a tunnel construction into the tunnel mine or to the road. Heavy goods, such as materials and equipment, are carried in and out using the road and the shafts. Plant facilities are on-road facilities required for tunnel construction. These can include storage space for the disposal of excavated soil and lining materials. These facilities are used to remove installations and operate equipment during the construction of a tunnel. When there is a risk of falling due to the work at a height of 2 meters or more, wear a personal fall arrest system. There are 2 types of the personal fall arrest systems: the waist belt type and the full harness type. Since the waist belt type gives a heavy shock on a body when dropped, the full harness type should be used in principle. It is necessary to take special courses when engaging in work using full harness type personal fall arrest systems in cases when it is difficult to set up a work platform in locations at a height of 2 meters or more. When working near a vertical shaft during loading and unloading materials and equipment, it is necessary to be careful of falling from the opening. Enclosures, handrails, covers, etc. must be provided where there is a risk of crashing at an opening or the edges of a work platform with a height of 2 meters or more. An opening is not limited to the above-ground part, but is also applicable to a work platform in a vertical shaft. Do not remove handrails without permission. If it is unavoidable to remove it for a work reason, obtain the permission of the foreman and immediately return it to its original state when it is no longer needed. Any work to remove handrails or middle rails requires a personal fall arrest system, and hooks must not be hooked to handrails. In addition, do not go up and down by using a handrail or a middle rail as a step. Accidents have occurred, such as a material falling from an opening and hitting a worker at the bottom of the vertical shaft. Be sure to strictly observe rules when working. Entry is prohibited while materials are loaded and unloaded, so never work at the upper and the lower levels simultaneously. For long objects, use an assist rope to prevent the load from dropping to pieces. In addition, a personal fall arrest system is used when taking in the loads at an opening. Many items handled in a tunnel construction are heavy objects. Some heavy load handling operations are shown here. When a suspension load of a crane is 1 ton or more, the worker must be a person who has completed the skill training course for slinging operation for slinging and other works, regardless of weight. Never enter the area under the suspended load of a crane. The gas cutting is used to process steel parts. In the gas cutting works, in addition to workers' safety, curing the surroundings is also important to prevent sparks generated during cutting works. Gases such as oxygen, acetylene, and propane are filled in steel high-pressure gas containers. The color of the container is unified with black for oxygen and brown for acetylene. Workers wear a safety helmet, protective goggles, a respiratory protective equipment, and work gloves. In order to perform gas welding, cutting, etc., because mixture of flammable gas and oxygen are used, workers should have completed the skilled training course for gas welding. Arc welding is often used in a tunnel construction to weld steel materials. Arc welding equipment includes a welding machine, a torch, and a grounding. Workers should wear a safety helmet, protective glasses, a respiratory protective equipment, work gloves, etc. When performing arc welding works, the workers should have completed the special education for arc welding.